Okay, no more talking, at least for a little while. I'm the only one who gets to talk right now. And all what I'm going to say is, please join Jim Williams as he leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
For all those who are willing and able, please join me in the recitation of our Pledge of Allegiance to both flag and country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, for the 4 ways that we are tested as Rotarians. The test of all the things that we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. Please be seated, except for all of you who have brought visitors. Stand with your visitor, or if you are alone as a visitor, please stand. And find the camera, which is directly in front of me, looking north. Marty?
I'm delighted to have you meet Emma Richardson and her father, Joe Richardson. Emma is one of our study abroad students, and if you would like to tell the folks where you're going, what you're going to study when you travel abroad.
Hi, thank you for having me. I am going to Florence, Italy, and I'll be studying mostly psychology courses, but my goal is to be a child occupational therapist.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good morning. I'm Dorothy Rupert, and I'm very happy to introduce Lisa Smith. She's a candidate for the House, and District 13, the one Casey Becker is leaving. So, and I'm very happy to have her campaign manager here, whose name I have to look, Amanda Capus. And it's great that you both came and that I get to introduce you, and I hope people will come and meet you. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Our fantastic inbound 3 students are here today, and so I'll let them say a few words each.
I had a great October and November. With Thanksgiving, I went with my host family to Salt Lake City skiing and visit their cousins. It was cool, really cool. And my wrestling season starts. We had the first meet yesterday. It was pretty fun, and our team won. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Noah. I'm the exchange student from Austria. I don't really know what I should say, but my exchange year is going great so far. I had a good Thanksgiving break. We went skiing in Winter Park. I enjoy the skiing here. I'm doing that really often here. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm from Brazil. Well, I passed a great Thanksgiving. I was in California with my mom and my brother. It was very fun. And I just moved family, and I'm really enjoying those.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to introduce my wife, Allison. She is the inpatient therapy manager at Boulder Community Health, and she's here to have a visit for the day.
It's my privilege and honor to bring to you my guests, Alexis and Dana Perella. They're new friends and they're extraordinary folks. And Dana is a fourth grader at Bear Creek. And she developed a passion for childhood pediatric diseases. And she and her mom and her crew have baked thousands of cookies to raise money for this particular need. And she's raised over $100,000 in that process. And so her heart is larger than she is. So thank you and welcome them and enjoy them as time goes by today.
Did we miss anyone? Please come and be with us again.
Thank you very much, Jim. Our next announcement comes from President-elect Sally Brown. Sally.
Okay, so your first duty as president-elect is to form a nominating committee that will help you select the board of directors as well as the future leadership for Boulder Rotary. So I would really like to thank my nominating committee for all of their help. Michael Weatherwax, thank you. Darla Sheep, thank you. John Ragur, thank you. And Charlotte Rome. So because I had such a fantastic nominating committee, you all have your work cut out for you, because the Rotarians that are up for the slate for the board of directors, you are going to have a really hard time picking between, because they're all 8 amazing people. And so I'm going to show you a video with a little clip from each of those 8 amazing people, and at the very end we will also announce the president-elect nominee.
I'm Susan Connolly. I have had the privilege and the pleasure of joining Boulder Rotary Club not once but twice. I was active in Red Badge Committee and programming in my first foray. Had to step away for a few years, but I'm so delighted to be back this year, hoping to again get active in Red Badge and programming. I greatly value the camaraderie and the servant leadership that I experience in every member of Boulder Rotary Club. It makes me a better person. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Valerie Lippitz, and I'm a member of Boulder Rotary. Been here for a couple of years now. I have been in Boulder pretty much since definitely since I was a year old. Spent some time away for school. Have been back here since 1991 as a practicing internal medicine physician. Been really active in the community and served on several boards. But I'm here now because I'm really interested in expanding my role in Rotary, perhaps becoming a member of the board here. I love Rotary, and what I love most about it is all of the people I've met and the camaraderie we have. I think working on projects together is the most fun I've had in a really long time. And I also just learn something every Friday from the guest speakers we have. And I want to continue that. Hi, my name is Ruth Irvin, and I have been a member of this club for a little over 2 years now. I think what I enjoy about the meetings themselves is the variety of people and their interests and how I can learn new things all the time. In terms of service, I really appreciate being able to go to Sanchez Elementary. I'm going there twice a week now to meet with third graders, but also to help the teacher in that third grade class. I'm also on the caring committee, and I deliver library materials to a person in a nursing home once a week. So it's just a new experience for me to have so many really smart people around me, and I learn something every time I come.
Hello, everyone, I'm Juliet Harrington. I'm honoured to be here today as a nominee for the board. If I am selected, please know that I will put your best interests at heart and I look forward to serving you. I've been co-chair of the World Service Committee since I joined, and I've absolutely loved our project of clean water for Lakota people at South Dakota, and we're thrilled that the governor has now supported this to become a Colorado-wide initiative. Thank you very much.
Hi there, this is Larry Drees. I'm one of the folks who is running for the Boulder Club board. I wanted to introduce myself again to the club. I've been a member for about 2 years. It was sponsored by Marty Evans. The things that I've been most involved with here are the Boulder Beer Trail with my co-chairman Bill Sebastian, and I'm also on the Study Abroad's scholarship committee. When I was asked to consider being on the board, I just thought that was another good opportunity for me to serve the club and serve our community, and so I'm looking forward to that. Thanks.
My Rotary journey began 42 years ago when I joined the Rotary Club of Utica, New York. Since then, I've had the opportunity to be involved with Rotary in the United States and in Europe. But since 2017, when I joined the Boulder Rotary Club, I have discovered that this may be the most dynamic club committed to service above self that I have ever known. It's been a privilege being active with you. I look forward to many more years of that kind of activity.
Now.
Hi all Rotarians, this is Kitty and I would love to invite all of you to our signature event on Saturday, February 8th in 2020, starting at 5:30 p.m. at the St. Julian Hotel. Anything you would like to do to help with this effort, please contact me.
All right, Kitty.
Hello, my name is Chris Coker, and I've been nominated to run for our board of directors. Thank you so much, it's quite an honor. I accepted the nomination not because I think anything needs to change with our club is excellent. I accepted because I could lend my 30 years of nonprofit experience in fundraising to our organization. Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Hi there. My name is Chad Stam, and I've been a Boulder Rotarian since 2012 when I was brought into the club by Ron Seacrest. Joining Rotary was actually the second best thing to happen to me that year, the first being the birth of my son, Sebastian. But joining Rotary gave me the opportunity to get involved in areas of interest that are really important to me, mainly building bridges between nations and cultures. Because of this, I got involved with the Rotary Youth Exchange program very quickly, and I hope to take this sentiment and put it forth in my year as president of the Boulder Rotary Club. Rotary has been a part of my life since 2012 when I joined the Rotary family, but the Rotary family has been part of my personal family for much longer. My father, Glenn, is the past president of the Seminole Lake Rotary Club down in Pinellas County, Florida, and he was a main reason that I joined the club in the first place, as he always urged me to find the time to do so. I'm so grateful that I did, and I'm so honored that you are nominating me as your president-elect, and I can promise you that I will do whatever I can to follow in the footsteps of those who have gone before me and done such an amazing job. So thank you very much.
We're going to vote we're going to announce again next week, and then we'll announce again the week after, and then we will also vote on that day. So you will pick 4 directors, and we are going to allow, if you're not going to be here on that 3rd week, you can email in your vote. So you would email that to vanessa@boulderrotary.org, but we will not accept voting electronically through email on the day of, only up until then, and only if you're not going to be here, please. Okay, I also have to ask for nominations from the floor. Are there any? No. Okay, well, thank you again, and I'm looking forward to see what you guys vote on, so thanks.
Thank you very much, Sally. I thought I just had to be worried about who I was following when I was up here at the podium. Now I know I have to look in the rearview mirror too. So we have, although Kitty, because she bleeds apparently blue and gold, announced the thing on the signature event on 2020, February 8th, 2020. I think Nancy Chin Wagner. Are you still here, Nancy? Yes. There you are. Nancy has something to add.
Hi there. It's been a while since I've been up here to talk about gold and bold. I'm not taking this out of this bag. What is this? What color? This is representing the gold and bold of our gala on February 8th, 2020. And I haven't been seeing many coming into talking to me or emailing me at n.chinwagner@gmail.com to let me know. This is all I want. I want you to let me know if you are coming. I won't be collecting money until January, and I won't be asking you what you would like to eat, beef, I believe, fish, vegetarian, until January. So I just want to get a list of people who would like to be attending this on February 8th. You know the money's going, this is an annual fundraiser, so you know the money's going for our good works and scholarships. And we do a lot of good works here, don't we? Let's go, don't we? Oh, man, we got to get some more action. Okay, so what I want you to do is just email me. You don't have to tell me now, although a number of people have told me now. And Christina, is she here? Raise your hand, Christina. Where is she? I don't. Okay, I think she left already. But Christina's doing sponsorships also. But what I'd like to do is just to find out from here, we have a $500 sponsorship, which allows you, which is bronze, which is exactly, you get 2 tickets to it and a lot of marketing. The next one, hold on a second, I might have got that wrong. I did. Forget about what I just said. Okay, right now, these are the sponsorship levels. There's a copper level at 500, that's 2 tickets. At the next one is the bronze level, you receive 4 tickets, and that's at 1,000. These are sponsorship levels. The next one is silver at 2,500, and you will receive 10 tickets. That will fit a table. You can invite your neighbors and your friends. And then we have the gold sponsorship, and I know you got your twinkle on your eye for that one, but you're gonna wait till the last minute before you tell me. And that's 5,000 for also 10 tickets. And we'll just plaster your name like on tables and marketing materials and things like that. So if you like to be a part of that sponsorship, you can let me know or let Christina Louie know. And like I said, just let me know. So right now, who is gonna sponsor one of those right now? On the line. Daryl? I'll take a 500. There you go. Come here, Daryl. Come here, Daryl. Is that okay? Daryl. I just want to double check. Which one was it? Bronze? The 500 bronze?
Yeah. 500 bronze. Yeah.
500 bronze?
No supersizing.
No superstar? How about doubling?
No.
No? Okay. Daryl, hold on. And Sally.
Okay.
Okay, wait a second. It's not just them. You get the star. Doesn't mean I'm getting presents for everybody, but it's just an incentive. It's awesome. Gold star, thank you. Okay, I'm leaving. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Nancy. All right. Well, I don't want a gold star, but I'd like to sign up for a bronze star. So you can put my name on that list for that. Oh, well, that has kind of a bronze appearance, doesn't it? Thank you, Daryl. All right, we're going to share our star. Okay, we have a new member to induct today. Would Michael Weatherwax and Jamie McCoppin please come up to the podium?
I am very pleased to introduce formally to the club Jamie McCoppin. She has actually been coming to meetings for 3 months. She's been paying dues for a couple of months, and I've been paying her dues for a couple of months. She's already been an active person involved in this. Jamie's lived in Colorado since 1981, but was originally from Illinois. She attended CSU for both her undergraduate and graduate degrees, originally majoring in applied mathematics, but later switched to business administration with a concentration in accounting. Jamie further narrowed her focus to taxation for her graduate degree. She joined Weatherwax & Associates on August the 19th, attended her first Rotary meeting on August 23rd, and has been a regular attendee at Friday meetings ever since. She has worked in public accounting for 6 years in both Longmont and Fort Collins. Since accepting the position in Boulder with my firm, she moved to Broomfield, where she now lives with her partner and her dog. In her free time, she pursues a range of hobbies, and I'm to say this is a big range of hobbies, including drawing, painting, cooking, playing banjo, sewing, and a number of other creative outlets. She also enjoys renovating houses and helping others with home improvement projects. While in Fort Collins, Jamie worked with a range of charities. She was a fundraising coordinator and volunteer for A Soft Place to Land, which is a dog rescue primarily focused on saving breeder dogs from puppy mills. She worked as a volunteer for Kids at Heart, which offers bi-weekly care and entertainment for foster children who have been removed from their birth families. She served as treasurer for Pop-Up Theater, which performs various plays throughout northern Colorado. Over the years, she's worked with Santa Cops, Northern Colorado AIDS Project, Project Angel Heart, and Larimer County Humane Society. A few other organizations that help the sick and needy, both people and animals. When working with the community, she tries to focus on helping underprivileged and marginalized, because these groups, the smallest contribution can be a big impact, and a large contribution can be life-changing. I think of Rotarianism as a state of mind of service above self, and Jamie has demonstrated that she is already a Rotarian. She has already joined and become active with the Boulder Rotary Club Peace Builders Committee, has attended several Red Badge meetings, and has been to the first session of the Rotary Leadership Institute. Please welcome long-standing Rotarian Jamie McCoppin as she finally becomes a member of a Rotary Club.
Welcome, Jamie. Thank you. Looking forward to working with you. Jamie's involvement with the Peace Builders Committee provides a perfect segue to the next item on our agenda, which is Randy Butler talking about the Peace Builders Committee and the Infinite Walk of Peace. Mr. Butler.
Thank you, John. Okay, I'm here because we need your help. We need your help with a component of one of our projects, but first, what I would like to do is give you some context for the help that we're asking for, and it's actually something you can do in the room today. This is in connection with the International Peace Garden and Infinite Walk of Peace that is starts with enhancement of the Peace Garden that's been there since 1990, that was designed by some CU environmental design students and was sponsored by the Dushanbe Sister City. And if you haven't been to it, how many of you have been to that Peace Garden, have seen it? Okay, so you know where it is down on either side of Boulder Creek. The part that gets even makes it even more interesting is that along the way we decided to create this infinite walk of peace. And we call it infinite, by the way, because there's no beginning and no end to it. You can join it from any place. And as you can see, it takes you by the library, by the International Peace Garden, and around to the Sister City Plaza. How many of you know where the Sister City Plaza is? More than I would have expected. There are several components of the walk. Throughout the walk, you'll encounter peace inscriptions and I'm doing these from left to right, by the way, in case you're having a hard time reading what's up there, that have already been embossed in the stone benches down at the Peace Garden. There will be some QR codes that will take you to a description of this fabulous book that was created by the fourth graders at Whittier Elementary. Fourth graders talk about peace. We've also, near the Sister City Plaza, planted cherry trees that represent symbols of good fortune, new beginnings, and revival. We'll be putting in peace poles that will identify the 11 Boulder sister cities and state on them, "May peace prevail on earth" in the primary languages of the cities and in English. And we'll be talking in greater detail, rather than speak to these now, the next two elements get us closer to why we need some help. One of the things that this will be an interactive experience. And so throughout the walk, you'll have the opportunity to use your phone to open up these QR codes or scan on these QR codes that will take you to an interactive website with educational components and inspirational components, all relating again to building positive peace. And as we come back around on the walk, you'll come to a really fine sculpture, which is the pillar and a bench, and on those we will have the names of the recipients of the Jim Swaby Peace Award. And that brings us to something really cool, which is Gordon Gam our own Gordon Gam, has donated a fabulous kinetic sculpture, and we have a video that I'd like to show you about that sculpture, and I actually am going to try to read the poem that Gordon wrote, if I can get enough breath, that will be on the plaque for the sculpture when it is placed. So let's see if we can get this to work. So as the wind moves the circles within circles in search of balance, the interplay of the wheels reflects our hope for peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace in our community, and peace throughout the world. Which brings us to why we need your help. Because one of the things we have to do is to get permission from the city to place this in the Sister City Plaza, which means we have to have your input and input from members of the community to take to the Arts Commission. Because every piece of art that goes in, including, by the way, the bench and the pillar, I think, will have to be approved by the Art Commission. And so I'm going to turn it over now to Gary, because he's going to tell you what to do with that funny-looking object that's up there on the screen.
So how many of you have, first of all, can everybody get your cell phone out? And put the camera, click on the camera. And while you're doing that, I'd like to just ask, how many of you have used QR codes for something? Okay, good, the vast majority. How many have never heard of a QR code? Okay, a few of you. I expected more. But this is a standard way now of accessing content on the World Wide Web through a code like this. You may have used it for advertising, marketing, or whatever. But this is the way we're going to access the messages that are going to be used in the Infinite Walk of Peace. And we wanted to have you have an opportunity to see how this works. So if you just point your camera, if you have an iPhone, and I think it's the same with an Android phone, at the QR code, it will, I'm going to see if we have, I think we've got a full screen one. Top button? Okay. So that should open up on your, if you click on it, open up a little access to a URL on the web that will give you a questionnaire, a 3-question questionnaire. How many of you got that up so far? Okay, just answer the questions now, okay? This is to help us get feedback to the Arts Commission from community about how we feel about the use and placement of these 2 sculptures that you heard in the public art fashion. I'll give you a couple of minutes to answer those 3 questions. Gary, should I be doing it 3 or 4 times? How many times do you usually vote? Yeah, just do whatever you usually do. I spent some time in Chicago, so, you know, vote often and early and often. Right?
We do that in Texas, too.
That's right. LBJ.
That's right.
Okay, if you had any trouble with it, I will have on the table back there, on the raffle table, some pages with the QR code, and we can help you negotiate that if you hadn't done it. We'll also put it in the rib. Okay, so thank you very much for your help here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gary and Randy. So, raffle winner. You get to stand up and leap for the sky if you are the holder of the ticket bearing the number 838-7288. 838-7288. Yeah! It pays to be a Sagittarian in December. All right, way to go, Marty. Okay, now, on to the main event. George Russell with birthdays.
Well, it's this time of year where every one of you are mulling over what you're going to get me for Christmas. And I want you to tell you that I don't need anything. So that'll... we have 3 power potentates for birthdays this month. And I guess I'll start with John Sullivan, brought in the club by George Russell.
Thank you, George. You know, I just never knew when I first went in as a patient and you were standing there with that bottle of liquid nitrogen saying you'd make a great Rotarian, that I'd actually be here. So thank you, and God bless, and I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
December 3.
That's our current president. Here's a past president.
No. He's December 10.
Well, I try and save all my words of wisdom now for the announcement video, you may have noticed. And but with that said, I mean, Rotary has become a huge part of my life. You all are amazing, and I want to thank you for the time that we've been able to spend together. I appreciate it.
Marty Evans.
I missed my birthday last year and being here at Rotary because I had just come home from having a new hip. Bill Meyer was going to be so impressed if I was able to be here with my new hip, but I was at home. One thing that was so incredibly special Having been involved with the caring committee for years, the greatest gift I got that day, Bobby Brown showed up at the door, left a card, and I thought, oh, that's nice. Signatures from so many of you here there just wishing me well, and it was just a wonderful thing. So thank you all for everything you do and care for each other, and if we can care for you, please let us know how. Thanks so much.
All you people with the late birthdays in December, which we won't get to celebrate, sit at the table next week.
All right, and now we move on to the second video presentation from the Brown family.
Hello, Rotarians and guests, and thank you for being here today. Thank goodness that No Shave November is over and we can all get back to normal. Oh, December is Disease Prevention and Treatment Month, by the way.
Tuesday, December 10th from 4:30 to 6:30 at Baco Trattoria is our happy hour. We'll be doing a white elephant gift exchange. Please bring a wrapped gift under $10 in value, if you'd like.
This month's Red Badge Breakfast is going to be held on Thursday, December 12th. That's next week. The topics for this month's agenda are related to club service. We'll see you there.
Book Club will meet Monday, January 13th, and the book is An American Summer, Love and Death in Chicago. Join us.
You light up my life. Bring your old incandescent bulbs in and the PPE committee is going to swap them out for LEDs. It's good for the planet and it's good for you. And you light up my life.
The Boulder Rotary Club Foundation has contributed to scholarships, centennial projects, youth exchange, world community service, global grants, imagination library, disaster relief, CU Rotaract projects, including Honor Flight, and more. As you make your year-end donations, please consider a donation to BRCF. Let's keep the spirit of giving alive and well at Boulder Rotary.
District Governor Kurt Harris completed 100 miles to combat polio and raised $25,000. With the match from Bill and Melinda Gates, that's $75,000. Now he wants to invite you to register for the Future of Rotary dinner on Saturday, February 8th with special guest speaker John Huco.
Join us for next week's program where we will meet Chris Barge from the Community Foundation and he will talk about this year's Trends Report.
Don't miss it.
I was living with pain all over. It just wouldn't go away. A deep, throbbing, persistent ache. My doctor diagnosed it
as a lack of service above self. He recommended Boulder Rotary.
If you're suffering from a lack of service above self, talk to your doctor. Rotary is available by membership only, but see your physician. Rotary may be right for you.
Rotary has been known to cause service above self. Continued use may lead to the four-way test, giving selflessly to those that you may never have met. It may expand your empathy, which may lead to caring more about your fellow humans. Long-term use may eradicate polio and provide clean water to other humans. Rotary may expand the size of your heart and provide you with concern about child maternal health, poverty, and education for your fellow man. Do not use Rotary if you fear being a Paul Harris Fellow.
Do not use Rotary if you're allergic to Rotary or any of its ingredients.
Say it with me now. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Daryl and Sally, for speaking the truth so eloquently. So, thank you time. I want to thank Mike Bowtie Brady for being our past president greeter. I want to thank Mike Kercheval for being our red badge greeter. And our member and guest registration team today was Kathy Olivier, Sue Lounsbury, and Judy Pitt. Scholarship Master, Brad Weasley. Audio Visual, Fred Hull, Bob Taylor, Lynn Johnson, and Grant Hickman. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all of you for staying 7 minutes after 1:30. Have a great weekend.